everybody, welcome to EduMatch Tweet and Talk number 6. Our topic for tonight will be personalizing professional learning. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We have an awesome panel, and we have some great conversation ahead for tonight. My name is Sarah Thomas. I'm at Sarah the Teacher. Please follow along with us on the Google Plus at bit.ly/tweettalk6, as well as on Twitter with the hashtag EduMatch. Also, check us out at edumatch.education if you want to be our featured person of the day. In addition, we're going to have the EduMatch Passion Pitch going on at the 30 Goals Conference, so that is happening this coming Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check it out at 30goals.com/EduMatch Passion Pitch. So hopefully we'll see you all there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our moderators for tonight. We have Shana and Tammy, and I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. So have fun, y'all.
Hi, I'm Tammy. I teach computer apps and game design from a tiny little town in North Florida. And Shana, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself real quick, and then we'll let the panelists do them.
Sure, I'm Shana White. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm Shana White. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I recently got hired to be a local school technology coordinator, and I'm happy to be here to help with Tammy moderate this chat. The first question that we have on deck is, what do you define personal learning as, and why is it important? So that's the first question we have for you guys as panelists.
Okay, so why don't we start with Valerie? Valerie, can you hear us? Okay, let's go to Stefan. Stefan, can you hear us?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can hear you.
So give us a quick introduction and answer the question. How do you find professional learning, and why is it necessary?
Right. Well, my name is Stefan Hughes. I'm based in Rio de Janeiro, originally from Trinidad and Tobago, but I've been living here for the past 18 years. So just brief introduction. I work with teacher training, lectures, English as a foreign language. So professional learning for me, I would use one word is restlessness. Let's say restlessness in terms of development, restless in terms of knowledge. So you're constantly wanting more out of what you're learning, what you're doing. That's it. That's you don't stop. You're restless and you're curious.
Nice answer, nice answer. And we're going to slide down to rafranz.
Sure. I define professional learning as anything that we do to enhance our practice. I think that I don't know what is happening right now. All right. So I define professional learning as anything that we do to enhance our practice, to support our practice and grow as professionals. Number one, that's what we are. We are professionals, and you have to continue to recertify in your field. And by recertify, I consider that a daily activity, and it's absolutely necessary because I think the life and needs of what kids need change at a constant basis. And if we're never upgrading what we do, we'll constantly be stuck in the stacks of worksheets from 1970 and repeating them because that's what we've always done.
Great answer. Quickly, Leslie.
Hi, I'm Leslie Fagin. I'm an instructional tech coach at a small school district south of Atlanta. To me, personalized learning is, I'm going to go along with what Stefan said, that curious quest for knowledge. It's all about every day continuing to learn about your craft and seeking better ways of doing it. And it's actually all about what you as an individual want. It's not what somebody else wants to tell you should know. It's your personal preference for your own learning.
Another great answer. And Brad?
Hello, yes. Can you hear me now? Yes. Okay, yes. My name's Brad Murphy. I teach on the outskirts of Sydney in Australia. And yeah, just to reiterate what's already been said, I think professional learning is obviously any learning that makes you a better teacher and helps students be better learners.
I keep pushing the microphone on my image, not the one where I can open it up. Okay, so we're going to move on to question 2. And Valerie, we're going to start you off with question 2. Weigh the pros and cons of personalized professional learning. Excuse me. Valerie, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so question 2 is to you. Weigh the pros and cons of personalized professional learning.
What are the pros and the cons?
What are the pros and the cons, you said? Yes, yes.
I would say the pros would be that you're able to get information that you need from your peers in a way that may not be so well received, or I wouldn't say well received. I would say informational. I think a lot of times in professional development sessions we're handed a folder with papers in it, and for some reason that just does not transfer very well. And so the pros of doing it on our own and personalized is that we get to pick things that we really want to learn about in our own way. The cons, you know, like I said, someone handing you a folder of things, they're pushing their agenda on you and what they think they want you to follow, and there's no choice in that. And so the benefits is that we can both, that we can get what we need the way we want to get it, because we're lifelong learners and we want to learn the way students learn. And so that would be my response to that.
Awesome, awesome answer. Let's see, Stefan? Okay. Shana, do you want to answer that one?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Tammy, can you? Okay. You want to get Shana?
Go ahead, Stefan.
The pros and cons, I mean, I don't think we're a bit biased to say we're looking at just, thinking of just pros, but it's because it becomes very, very personal. Learning is a personal thing. Although we teach groups, we teach classes and stuff, but it has to be personal. Something you have to take away from that experience. So the pro, of course, is it becomes subjective after there has been reflection, after there has been co-construction, there has been objective instruction into this the building of the knowledge. So I think that's the big pro. And the con sometimes is that you of course you might not, or you wouldn't search or validate what you're learning. So you need to always go back and check, not take it for granted that that's what you're learning. You need to check back with somebody.
I think that's very, very important that we always are reevaluating that personal learning. Rafranz, do you see any pros and cons to personalized professional learning?
I don't really understand why there could even be cons. So that's just sort of my take on it. I don't even know why that's even a question, because what could possibly be a negative part of growing professionally? I think the biggest con is in not doing it.
Good answer. Good answer. Leslie, any comments?
Rafranz took the words right out of my mouth, because in my mind, if you're growing your own profession every single day your way, there's nothing wrong with that. It's kind of like we want our students to buy into what we're feeding them every day. Well, shouldn't we have buy into what somebody else is trying to tell us? So there's not any cons. And the pro, it's continued growth. If you're going to be on this earth, then every single day you should learn something new. And if you're a teacher or in the education field, every day there should be something that you take away from it. Absolutely every single day, or you're wasting your time and you're wasting the time of the people that you come in contact with.
I couldn't agree with you any more than I do, Leslie. Brad, any comments on this statement?
Yeah, I think certainly the big pro is, especially in this day and age, is the anytime, anywhere type of learning. So in fact, we're doing that right now. So that's what's great about personalised professional learning. You can tailor it to your own subject area, your own context, and learn a little bit every day. Probably, if I was to be the devil's advocate, the only con I can think of is maybe, and this is just with life in general, I think, obviously life's all about balance, all about choice, and you don't want it to, impinge too much on your, personal time with your family and all that sort of stuff. So that's the only con I can think.
Well, at least we found one. That's good. Sarah, do you have anything you want to add at this point?
I guess that what I would add would be that taking control of my personalized professional learning has probably been one of the best things I've done as an educator. Instead of kind of waiting for people to kind of spoon feed me what they think that I might need, then this has really been an opportunity to see what excites me, where do I want to grow as an educator, and then just make those steps to do that. So by using all kinds of social media just to connect with educators, and not even social media, like sometimes the face-to-face connections are just as valuable, but in doing so, then I feel that I have grown exponentially as an educator.
And Shana, do you want to bring up the end and lead us into the next question?
Sure. I kind of agree with Franz. I don't really see a con to professional learning and even personalized learning. I think the only time that it can become a con is if we only look at learning and teaching in our own perspective and not outside our own vantage point, and we don't take advantage of divvying and jumping into other areas of content, other areas of educational technology, and we miss the boat as far as growing student learning from all avenues. That's the only con that I see when we make it personalized, because I think anytime we make something personal, we look at it just from our perspective or in our own box. So that would be the only con that I would have. The big thing for question 3 that I have is, what is your take on delivering and enhancing content? So I guess the first person I will ask is Valerie.
Come back. All right, I'm having technical difficulties, you guys.
All right, I'll go to Stefan. Are you good to answer that question?
Yeah. Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah, okay. The good thing, delivering content, I don't know, deliver it, but build it. I think I wouldn't deliver or enhance it. I would just build from what students already have. So I like to work with, what we call the use student-generated content. And they have lots to share, so take it from them and then build on that. Okay, that's my take.
All right, awesome. Rafranz, I'll kick it to you. Your response.
I think this is a kind of interesting question because I was actually on Twitter having another side conversation about prepackaged curriculum and the idea that a lot of schools and teachers are being forced to use prepackaged curriculum. And by prepackaged, I mean someone else made it and put it in a place for the teachers to teach, whether that is a textbook company or whether that is the like a curriculum department in a school district, remains the same. It's still prepackaged, one size fits all. And I think that the worst thing that we can do is to walk into a classroom thinking that all kids are at the same place and need this certain level of prepackaged learning. But I think that's a bigger issue with kind of what we view education should be as a whole. I think that the standardized teaching is deliver the content, which is kind of echo what Stefan said. Deliver the content. Deliver the content. Like someone used to tell me, I can put any teacher in a room, they can read the script and deliver the content. But I don't think that's teaching. I think really teaching is not enhancing learning, but maybe empowering kids to learn. And that's not prepackaged. That is real world. That is really, really helping them to understand the power of being a learner. But I also know that if we don't do that with our teachers during the professional learning component, it's not going to happen with students in the classroom.
Awesome. Sarah, do you want to chime in?
Absolutely, absolutely. I just wanted to chime in to say, to first of all, thank our moderators, Tammy and Shana, for all of your great work, and thank you to everyone on the panel for these insights. They've just pushed my thinking so much further, so definitely appreciate all of you being here on EduMatch. So this chat will be storified and available as an iTunes podcast, and please come back next week. We'll be doing this again, same bad time, same bad channel, going on with the topic of helping students become advocates for themselves. So we might look at shifts in educator mindsets as well as shifts in ways to empower our students. So wanted to give a huge shout out to rafranz for bringing up the educator mindset part in our EduMatch Voxer group. Speaking of our EduMatch Voxer group, then please feel free to shoot us a message if you would like to join. We'll definitely add you. And anyone can be a panelist on our Google Hangout on air. So if you're interested, then just tune in next week and go to bit.ly/tweettalk7 and write the word panelist, and we will hear your take next week. Also wanted to give a huge shout out to Leslie, who dropped a fantastic blog post this week about personalized professional learning. What was it called? Have It My Way. What was it called, Leslie? Yeah, Have It My Way?
It was Have It My Way, something similar, but it's all about being your own person with your professional development.
Yes, absolutely. So check that out on our brand spanking new blog, edumatch4education.com. So huge shout out to Leslie on that. And also wanted to remind you all about our EduMatch Passion Pitch Day going on at the 30 Goals Conference this Thursday online. We would love to have you give an ignite about whatever you're passionate about. So thank you all once again so much for joining us. Thank you to the moderators, thank you to the panel, and thank you to everyone who has tuned in on the hashtag. So with that, we're going to go ahead and sign off and see you all next week. All right, have a great one.